Welcome, 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 everyone. This is Jacques T. Morris here in Atlanta, Georgia, commonly known as the one and only shirt and tie guy, the absolutely coolest guy in the entire state, even though I reside in the city of ATL. So, anyway, I want to welcome you to this particular live workshop. Like, I'm so excited to share this information with you that I might just start stuttering, fumbling, and doing all kind of crazy stuff. However, I want you to understand that I'm very sincere and passionate with what I'm going to share, and we're going to get through this information. And so you're probably saying, well, Jacques, what is this all about? Like, some of you have seen what I've been doing here lately. Some of you have not seen. Whether you've seen it or not, again, I want to cordially invite you to stay to the end, because with all things that I do, I endeavor to provide value. Value, value, value. Maybe my name should be Jacques Value T. Morris. So anyway, how to earn 100K in the new economy. Just so I can get a feel for our audience that is actually present. Because again, I want to make sure that I'm sharing the right information with the right people. If you're someone that truly desires, even though you may already be doing so, but you truly desire to at least earn 100K per year from the comforts of your home or anywhere else in the world that you want to reside, simply using a laptop and the internet, I want you to type in 100K for me in the chat box over there on the side of the screen. Go ahead and type 100K in for me, because I want to make sure, again, that this is the correct audience that I'm speaking with. Okay, come on, we got to get more engagement than that. I mean, like, got to make sure that the right people are present. So that way, I'll be excited too. Okay, so again, it looks like everybody's on par with that. Got a good bit of information to share. So I'm just going to go ahead and hop right into it. And again, I'll be asking for some engagement along the way. So that way I know you're not over on Facebook looking at videos of cats and, elephants and little kids, and things like that at the zoo. So just give me your undivided attention here for, say, the next 45, 50 minutes, something like that. And I promise we'll get through it and you'll feel good that you came here. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and just get into some information, because, for those that don't know me, I want you to know who I am, because the bottom line is that people do business with those individuals that they like, know, and trust. So who is Jacques? Like, what is my story? You may be familiar with it. However, maybe I'll share it in a way this time that you have not heard previously. First and foremost, I'm a spiritual guy. I have a strong belief in God and in his son, Jesus Christ. I don't know if I offended anybody with that or not, but again, that's my belief. I'm not here to push religion on you. I just want people to know that I'm a spiritual guy, All right, I'm a family guy. Absolutely love my gorgeous wife that you see right there on the right-hand side in the picture with me. And we have 3 wonderful children, and they're growing so quick. It is, oh my goodness, it's mind-blowing how fast time goes. I'm a business savvy guy. I love to do business. Like, I'm all about my business. I like business. Business is cool because it allows me to be able to network, to be able to connect, to be able to provide for my family, to be able to grow, to be able to stretch, to be able to learn. So I'm a business guy. I'm also a fun guy. And then there's a lot more aspects to my personality. I love to attend events. I mentioned here just a moment ago that I love to network. This was at a particular event down in Orlando, Florida. It was called Marketing Mayhem. Absolute rock stars in that particular picture, multiple 6- and 7-figure income earners. And even though I'm a shirt and tie guy, I was actually going real casual, because you can see I'm there in the all whites. All right. Now, a little bit about my corporate experience, because I'm going to assume that many of you either have a corporate job or you've worked in corporate America or for some type of corporation or company that you didn't necessarily own. So my last job that I had, I was a corporate truck driver. That's what I was doing for a company called QT, which is right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Then I worked in executive customer relations. I also have worked in many different warehouses doing manufacturing, and I worked on that dreaded 3rd shift. The one they call graveyard shift, where you work from late at night to the wee hours in the morning. You don't know what day it is. You don't know what time it is. Your sleeping pattern gets all, messed up, and just a whole bunch of other things. Like, You almost feel like you're a zombie or something like that. Hold on for just a moment here, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on just a second here. I gotta take this. This is my. Okay, I'm back. All right, so let's see, where were we? Warehouse, manufacturing, third shift. I've also worked in a number of different sales positions. I've sold clothes, I've sold videos and CDs, I've sold stuffed animals. Yes, I sold stuffed animals. I've sold food, I've sold candy. You name it, if people are buying it, more than likely I've sold it. That's legal, honest, and ethical. Let me go ahead and put that disclaimer in there. Give me just one moment here. Give me just one moment. I actually have to pause. Hold on just a moment. My apologies. I'm back. Told you that I work from home. My son actually came. Nobody else was here. So he had to come and knock on the window. I had to run all the way through the house, which you'll see here in just a moment. Now I'm out of breath. So, all right. So I was actually a stock boy at Winn-Dixie grocery stores here in Atlanta. I was actually a car driver on auctions. So again, I've had a number of different corporate jobs and experiences. And the thing, and again, maybe you can relate to it. The thing about all of these jobs is there's not a single job that I had in all of those that is still paying me today, even though I don't work that job anymore. So again, maybe you can relate to that. Now let me tell you a little bit about my entrepreneurial journey. I started when I was young. At a very young age, I understood that profits were better than wages. I understood that. We moved to Atlanta, Georgia because I was actually born in Ohio back in 1984. My father started a landscaping business in 1985. So he taught me the value of hard work and also owning my own business. As a teenager, I got involved in mail order as well as network marketing. Believe it or not, I was a loan shark. People would come to me, they would be like, Jacques, can I borrow some money? And I'd be like, sure. But you know, I'm gonna add on some interest, right? So I'm not a loan shark anymore. You know, like I would just rather not do that, you know, for a number of different reasons. So anyway, just to let everybody know, don't ask me for no money because I'm not a loan shark anymore, all right? And then back in June 2011, that's when I actually came online and started working on the internet. And I have been doing so ever since. So that's for the better part of 5 years. I've also worked e-commerce. Absolutely love e-commerce. Going to talk to you a little bit more about that this evening. And then, you know, when I look at the internet just in general, it allows me, it allows you or anybody that so chooses to tap into a worldwide marketplace basically from anywhere as long as you have access to the internet. Absolutely phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen. Now, like many other individuals, I've had my fair share of struggles. I was deeply in credit card debt, so much so that I had to utilize credit card debt protection services. I also made some bad investments into real estate. Oh man, you know, you've heard the phrase, almost lost my shirt. Well, I almost lost two shirts in real estate. I'm not going to tell any story. Not saying anything negative about real estate. It was just, you know, wasn't the time, wasn't the place for me when I made that particular investment. And then, just some other good old-fashioned debt. I don't know if anybody on here is in any debt. Like everybody may just be rich. I don't know your circumstances and situations. Again, I'm just sharing with you, some of the things that I personally had to go through. I've had a negative bank account balance. And here's the image right here. I don't know if you can see the date on there, but it says October the 25th, 2012 at 7:08 a.m. My bank account balance in my personal checking account was negative $28.51. Ladies and gentlemen, here's what I want to share with you. That was at the bottom. Like I just felt like I couldn't get any lower than that. And the reason I took this particular screenshot, over nearly 4 years ago, was the fact that I knew and I felt with all sincerity that I was going to go up. I was going to rise above what my bank account reflected, which at that time, again, it was negative. I don't know if any of you can relate to this. My outcome, meaning the money that I was spending, going out the door, bills, whatever, was higher than the income was actually being generated. So, when you get to a higher outcome versus income, you're leveraging all kind of credit cards and just creating more and more debt. And then back in April 2011, when I actually quit my job, honestly, I didn't mean to. I was just going through some difficulties, wasn't feeling too well when I went to work, and long story short, I quit. And then the other struggle I had was trying to figure out what works. And then for me, I also had challenges with my belief system, because thinking to myself, can I really do this? Or should I just settle like everybody else? Well, as you may very well know, if I would have settled, I wouldn't be present with you sharing this information. And one of the things that I would encourage all of you to do is not settle, regardless of what your circumstances are. Always, always, always try to make improvement and become a better version of yourself, and to improve whatever circumstances, whatever situation you are in, put forth the effort to make it better. Now, where's Jacques at today? So after years of grinding, struggling, and I mean just laboriously toiling, I had breakthroughs. 2014, I made a little bit more than $80,000 that year. 2015, which was last year, $240,000. Again, all of this without a job. 2016, this year, February 29th, my wife and I, we closed on a 6-bedroom, 5 full bath house and we sit on a finished basement. Really nice home. And there's a picture of the front of it. I told you I was going to show you a picture of the house that I just got finished running through. And I just literally ran from, well, I'm not even going to tell you how far I ran, but anyway, whenever you come to Atlanta, make sure you come and visit me, and then you can actually see where Jacques ran in the house. Now, I'm not rich. I'll be the first. No, I'm not rich. I don't act like I'm rich, and probably if I was rich, you wouldn't know it. I would be nice, but I'm not rich. Anyway, I like to say this. I'm not rich, however, I'm not stressed either, okay? I have time freedom. And that, to me, ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you how much that means, to actually own my time 24 hours, 7 days a week, even though I don't sleep that much. Now, this was a huge achievement here. I actually was able to retire my wife on April the 29th of this year, so just a few months ago. Absolutely phenomenal achievement. She's happy. She's happier. She was already happy. I mean, hey, she's married to the shirt and tie guy. I mean, but anyway, she's retired. She doesn't have to go to a job that, she doesn't like, and she doesn't have to deal with, just all the stuff that she had to contend with in order to work that job. And she worked that job diligently for 22 years. You don't find that in this day and age. Somebody that's our age, and we're early 40s, but she worked it for 22 years, one job, and because of the internet, because of e-commerce, online marketing, ladies and gentlemen, I was able to retire my wife. So again, I'm just ecstatic about that. Now, my question is, how can I assist more people to achieve the things that they want? Not what Jacques wants, because I understand. If I help enough people get what they want, I'll get more than what I want and even more. What are some of the challenges that people face today? Let me just get some interaction real quick before I bring it up on the screen here. I want to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, that are present. I want you to type in the chat box over to the right, What are some of the challenges that you face today in different areas of your life? Just go ahead and put those in the chat box for me real quick. I just want to see, like, maybe you don't face any challenges. I don't know. All right. Okay. Somebody said money. Somebody said cash flow. Somebody said car payments. Somebody said getting others to join my team. Somebody said bills, financial cash, money for retirement, mindset, age. So again, recruiting. Somebody said too many scams. Somebody said, again, mindset. Somebody said health insurance. So again, you can see that there are a number of different challenges. And these are things that you typed in that you said that you were facing. And here are some of the other things that I've discerned that individuals are also facing. For many, it's difficult for them to create success for a number of different reasons, as you stated. They may not have the financial capital to do so. They may be working 2 or 3 jobs already. They may have, a household to take care of. Their resources may just be limited. Some other challenges. People want something that works. They have a challenge finding something that works. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you, there are no guarantees, but hey, that whatever is going to work unless you obviously work, and I think many of us are mature enough to understand that. However, people genuinely want something that works. Here's another challenge. It's hard for a lot of people to stay committed. It's hard for them to stay focused. Because it's the internet, because it is the time period that we live in, because of the age of social media, digital information, things are coming at you 100 miles per hour. So you're like, okay, well, I'm going to commit to this for a minute, then I'm going to commit to this, then I'm going to commit to this, I'm going to do all these things. But in the end of it, many of us end up doing nothing. So again, I understand. For some, a job is too comfortable. You make too much money on your job. You make so much money on your job that is so comfortable that you don't want to leave the good old-fashioned corporate nest. Like, you don't want to get out the house. So again, I get it because I was there. I was, comfortable on my job. And sometimes you have to get uncomfortable in order to grow and progress. Now, for many of you, retirement is not going to cut it because the inflation is going to eat into your retirement, so you can hang that one up. And then your current income level, you're barely making ends meet. And not to say you directly, but again, this is just a challenge that many people face. And then I talked about this earlier, information overload. Now, why aren't more people succeeding? Well, they're not being taught everything. They don't see the value in what they're actually learning, and they're saying to themselves, it can't be that simple. So for a lot of people, it's an inherent struggle within themselves. They're like, nah, it can't be that simple. It has to be more to it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you know me, if you've ever been on a training, a workshop, or anything, I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm not the most tech-savvy person, and I like for things to be simple and straightforward, because if it gets too complicated, then typically I'll turn in the opposite direction. Now, some of us, we're just cheap, and I know because I'm frugal. We'll say so quickly, I'm not paying that much for that. No way in the world, that's not worth it. How do you know what it's worth? Like, if you can learn one thing tonight that helps you to add an extra 1,000, 10,000, 20, 50, $100,000 to your income, and again, you get to 10 here for 10 and hear this information for free, it was worth it. So you as an individual, regardless of what it is, you have to look at the value in things and not defeat yourself before you even get started. Now, many individuals don't have a long-term vision. We find ourselves in such situations as we have to make money like yesterday. So therefore, when it comes to learning and growing in an opportunity, again, we have handicapped ourselves before we have even started. So regardless of what you do, whether you partner with me or not, whether you're on my email list or not, whatever it is that you do, commit to yourself to being successful and having a long-term vision, even though life is short. Now, when it comes to your level of income, a lot of times, and I want you to get this, it's dictated by the value that you bring to the marketplace. I could elaborate and expound on this in so many different ways. However, like I said, I want the information tonight to be concise, so I'll make that statement. I'll let it sit there on the screen for just a moment for you to discern within yourself what is the value that you as an individual bring to the marketplace. Many of us overthink the process. We just make things way more complicated than what they really are. And then there's a lack of guidance, commitment, and fortitude, meaning individuals just have not resolved to stay the course. So again, those are just some of the reasons why people are not succeeding. Now, what if I could help you to earn a six-figure income in the next 12 months or less? Would I have your undivided, absolute attention, yes or no? Go ahead and put that in the chat box for me. If I could help you to earn a six-figure income, that means $100,000 in the next 12 months or less, would I have your undivided attention, yes or no? I see yes, I see yes, yes, I see absolutely yes, I see of course, I see yes, yes, I see yes, Lord. All right, so very well. Let's go ahead and proceed forward then and share the rest of the information with you. All right, now these are just some of the things that I've done over the past 5 years: network marketing, affiliate marketing, internet marketing, e-commerce. And let me just tell you, all the things that I've done, ladies and gentlemen, they absolutely work. And regardless of the business model that you choose, none is perfect and none is without flaws. Every business model has its pros and cons. Let me repeat that. Every business model has its pros and cons. So one of the keys to creating an online empire is this, and it could not have been more eloquently put than what Warren Buffett, multi-billionaire, sometimes the number one income earner in the well, at one time the number one worth, worth like multi-billions of dollars. Here's what Warren said: if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. I don't know about anybody else, but working until I die does not sound very enjoyable. Making money while I'm asleep sounds very pleasing. And I've done it consistently for the last few years. And I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it is something truly to enjoy and to be proud of. Now, how do you generate income while you sleep? How do you avoid the 90% of society that works until they die? Well, it's leverage, leverage, leverage. Here's some questions that I want you to think about. Are you utilizing social media? I said medio. I needed to take the S off. Sorry, I spelled it wrong. Are you utilizing social media for profits? Or are you just on social media socializing? That's a big question, and a very important question that you should ask yourself. Here's another question. How many buy buttons do you have online? Like, how many buttons do you have online where individuals can literally go there, find out whatever it is that you're offering, spend money with you so that way you can make money while you sleep? How many buy buttons do you have online? Have you established a recognizable brand? Like, do people know you? Like, do they know your name? Do they know what you're about? Do they know what you do? Okay. Do you have an email marketing list? I'll show you just here in just a moment to leverage a list. Like, you need an email marketing list. I don't care what it is that you're doing. You need an email marketing list. Make sure you write that down. Write down, I need an email marketing list yesterday. That's what you should write down if you don't have an email marketing list. Here's another question. Where's the majority of your income producing time spent? Is it on building your empire or building someone else's? Just a question, rhetorical question, but very good to ponder over. Do you desire freedom? And when I say freedom, I mean time freedom. I mean mind freedom, where, hey, when you own your time, you own your mind, because 100% of your thoughts get to go toward what you want them to versus going towards something that they are dictated to. And then financial freedom. See, if you can free yourself in your time and your mind, then your finances are going to quite naturally follow. Understand, ladies and gentlemen, the value in these questions that I asked you, because this is very, very important to creating leverage. And when you create the leverage, then you're going to make money while you sleep. So let's proceed forward. Now, you want to see some proof of this? Here's one of my email marketing lists. It actually shows like 13,000 people on this particular list. At any given moment, I can send out an email to over 10,000 people, and people open it and read whatever it is that I'm talking about. Even if I just said, hey, have a wonderful day. Guess what? I can't pick up the phone and call over 10,000 people. Like, I'm just not going to try that. But if you have an email marketing list and you consistently build that list, you can communicate whatever you want to that list at the click of a button. Now, recognizable brand. Who am I? Jacques T. Morris, Atlanta's own shirt and tie guy. So again, this is my Facebook cover. Like, I don't want people to forget my name. I don't want them to forget where I'm from here or where I reside here in Atlanta. I don't want them to forget, shirt and tie guy. Like, if you see me out and it's, some type of business function, 9.9999999 times out of 10, I'm going to have on a shirt and tie. Cool. Now, March 2016, income. And I want to show you this because this is very important. From one source of income that actually, came as a result of me having an email marketing list, as you can see it there in the red box, $9,405.75 sold. No, profit. That's profit. That wasn't sold. That was profit. That's just one source of income that particular month. That's from an email list. So again, whatever you're doing, make sure that you are building an email list because it's leverage and it's also an asset, okay? It's value. I'm just telling you, it is what it is. You can believe it or not. However, I've lived it, and I'm telling you, here's the proof. All right, current PayPal balance, because a lot of times, you may hear individuals, they may sound pretty good. You may say, well, Jacques, are you really making money with this online stuff? This particular screenshot was taken 2 days ago. If you look there in the lower right-hand corner, it says 7/15/2016 at 2:04 p.m. You see there in the top left-hand corner, $77,552.42 just in one of my PayPal accounts. You also see some balances as well as some deductions. Here's the deal. When you're doing business, you're going to have money coming in and you're going to have money flowing out. People are going to refund sometimes. Like I see people do business, and when somebody refunds, they go into some type of hysterical trance. Here's the bottom line. As long as you provide the value, as long as you provide the customer service, trust me, you're going to have way more people purchase whatever it is that you're offering versus the refunds. The refunds are probably less than like 1 to 2% of my overall business. And then the second red box that you see over there on the left, that's PayPal credit that I have available where I'll leverage their credit. And you see I have a balance of $931. Quite naturally, I could pay that off just at the click of a button. So you may say, well, Jacques, why are you not paying it off? Because I've established such a good reputation with PayPal that when I spend over a certain amount, it's either $100 or $200, I don't have to pay any interest on it for 6 months. So when they send me the email and say, hey, you need to pay this, or, we're going to charge you interest, then I'll just go ahead and pay them their money, okay? So again, that's leverage. That's using somebody else's money in a way that's beneficial and not going in debt. Why? Because I have money, okay? Cool. Now, how to make your life and business simple. Clarity, ladies and gentlemen. Focus. A clear vision yields clear results. How many of you feel like you could improve in this particular area of your life and business, and that is gaining clarity and focus? If that's you feel like you can improve in that particular area, just type in focus for me. Go ahead and type in focus. I want to see how many people are seriously ready to get focused. Because some of you maybe already be focused. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you do. Okay, cool. So again, this is what you're saying. And this is what I'm saying too. Now, what we all have to do as entrepreneurs is we have to match our words with the appropriate actions. Remember this screenshot. Now I told you, also remember about list building. Also remember about, making money while you sleep. But remember this screenshot. If you take nothing else away, clarity, focus, clear vision, it's going to yield clear results. Okay? Now, you may be saying, well, Jacques, how is it that you can help me? I mean, guy, like, dude, you wear shirts and ties. Well, I can help you a number of different ways. I can help you to create leverage in your existing business. Because, see, when you have leverage, and you have that support, then guess what? It allows you to move boulders. It allows you to move mountains. It allows you to do things that perhaps you previously were not able to do. Jacques can teach you how to build a list. I can help you to establish many buy buttons on the internet. I can help you to build residual income fast. I don't know if you ladies and gentlemen like residual income or if you even really understand it. However, I can help you do this, and I can help you do it fast. I can help you truly establish a retirement plan versus a retirement wish. I can share with you my exact advertising, marketing strategies, and resources. And I also can create advertising co-ops, which provides you again with leverage. Because see, grouped together, we are more strong. We are more, let's see, more stronger. No, we are stronger. We are more powerful, and we have more resources collectively together as a group than we do as individuals. Now, let me introduce you to e-commerce, because this is something that many of you know about. Some of you may not know about it, but let me just talk about e-commerce for just a moment. E-commerce, that's physical product sales, like things being sold online. Now, I'm sure many of you have made a purchase online. Like, everybody spends money online, and a lot of times we even spend money via our mobile devices. Many of you have shopped on eBay, Amazon, Walmart, or even Target.com. Now, I don't know if you knew, but many of these sites also have affiliate programs. What does that mean? They will give you an affiliate link, so that way you can refer people to their websites, and when people buy through your affiliate link, these major companies, eBay, Amazon, Walmart, Target, they will send you money simply for referring people to their website. Why? Because they understand the power of leverage. Granted, they spend millions in advertising, but they also understand, hey, if they can have Jacques T. Morris down there in Atlanta, Georgia, Atlanta zone, if he can tell everybody, hey, use my link, go over and buy such and such product, we're going to send him some money. See, even corporate America understands. Now, here's a question. Did you know that e-commerce is a $1.5 trillion industry? Trillion, that's with a T. Would you like to have a piece of a $1.5 trillion pie? Well, you can get it as much as you want. Who wants to earn profits while they are asleep? If you would like to earn profits while you're asleep, go ahead and type in the word sleep for me. I know, hey, it may be getting late, but, hey, just stay with me. I just want to see who wants to earn profits in their sleep. Like, you don't, like, man, this is so cool, because you don't have to dream about money, because you already have the confidence that you're earning it while you're asleep. Definitely appreciate the engagement, everyone. I see sleep. Sleep profits come to me. Excellent. All right, so let's talk about online sales. They are exploding and growing at 15 to 20% each year. Over $300 billion was spent during the year of 2014 on Amazon, eBay, Google, and Facebook. Now, imagine leveraging these companies, again, leveraging these companies, not going out there creating your own Amazon or eBay, but leveraging these companies, so that way you can find customers. They're going to process the payments. They're going to deliver the products. They're going to do the customer support. Leveraging these companies to do your quote-unquote dirty work. It's not dirty, but I think you get the point. So leveraging these companies to do the work while you sleep and make profits. I don't know if there's really such a thing as a win-win situation. However, I like the sound of that. Now, e-commerce, I told you just a moment ago, $1.5 trillion global industry. However, research firm eMarketer projects that the global e-commerce sales will eclipse 3.5 trillion within the next 5 years. Ladies and gentlemen, you are at the right place at the right time. Only thing you have to do is get down on the starting line and then decide when you want to go, because you are here. It's right in front of you. It's already 1.5. It's projected to be 3.5. How much of that are you going to secure for your family? That's more so what the question is. Well, let me tell you a little bit about Infinii. I'm going to tell you about their product suite. There's 3 different products. There's the Prime, there's the Surge, there's the Excel. Prime is $49.95 a month. Inside of this digital information product, which you get instant access to, which the company does not have to ship to you, which the company does not have to process and make and have manufacturing costs. This digital information product, you're going to learn eBay, you're going to learn Amazon, you're going to learn Google, and you're also going to get access to some advanced listing tools which create leverage and save you time. Many individuals are already familiar with buying things on eBay and Amazon, as well as Google. Well, now let's get on the other side of the fence and create buy buttons and sell on eBay, Amazon, and Google, which again, the Infinii platform actually teaches you the basics there at the $49.95 at the $49.95 Prime membership level. The next membership level is Surge, $149.95 a month. That's everything that's in Prime, in addition to advanced e-commerce training, advanced traffic generating strategies, also additional e-commerce platforms, WooCommerce, Shopify, Bonanza, and more, advanced analytics as well as software. So a person may say, well, what's the difference, Jacques, between Prime and Surge? Here's the bottom line. At Surge, you're going to learn more so that you can earn more. Let me repeat that. At Surge, you're going to learn more so that you can earn more. And one of my mentors, Jim Rohn, says that you should want to earn as much as you possibly can in the time that you have actually set aside for income generation. So again, it's leverage. Now, the fourth membership level is Excel. That's $3.99 a month. And here it goes even further, because what we teach you to do here at the Excel membership level is actually to create your own branded products. See, in the beginning, you're actually selling other people's products, which again, that's still leverage, but then you get to Excel and you're like, hey, I want to create my own brand. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, anyone that's listening to this information has the opportunity to create their own products and even get those products into big box stores such as Walmart, such as I don't even know the Walgreens and other big box retail locations. You can do anything that you want to do in this marketplace. However, you have to be educated, and that's what we do here at Infinii. And again, the membership levels also here at Excel, you get everything that's in Surge and you get everything that's in Prime. Now, you may be saying, well, why Infinii? Like, Jacques, you know, what's going on with this Infinii? Well, for one, it's full service e-commerce training and tool suite. Full service e-commerce training and tool suite. Training that's consistently being updated, because if you know anything about the internet, things are always changing. There's the dual business model. You can just do the e-commerce, or you can share Infinii with other individuals, introduce them to the training resources and platform, which is a partner, and you can earn there. You can do either or you can do both. Now, our product, the training, the e-commerce training teaches individuals how to make money. Now, if you're going to open up a business, and again, I don't know too many individuals myself. I know a couple, but not many, that have started nonprofit organizations. When you open a business, your objective is to make profit. You want to make money, because typically, if somebody isn't making money within a certain amount of time, and I'll just say 60 days, they're moving on to the next thing. Our product teaches you, or anybody else that avails themselves of the information, how to make money in your own business. You're also going to be in a community of like-minded entrepreneurs. I cannot express the value that that will have on your business. And then when you look forward to the future, you know, hey, success stories. E-commerce, we've been able to create so many success stories that we lost count of them. And we truly believe that this is a business model that anybody that's willing to do their due diligence, go through the training and apply the training, they can be successful. Now, how proven is this particular business model? Well, in the first 2 years, $2.5 billion in sales. Now, our stats show that Infinii members earn 6 times more than regular eBay sellers. Also, 7 times more on Amazon than the average seller over there. So when a person says, hey, Jacques, what's the value? What's the benefit? Again, we're going to teach you how to make money. Our strategies, our techniques, they work. Now, there's also established leaders that are present here with this company. Here's a picture of myself there on the left, Keisha Bass there in the middle, and then my main man, Kerry George, there on the right, when we were actually building a team and a community around this e-commerce model before. Well, guess what? We are back better than ever, more experienced and more determined to help more people than we ever have. More success stories. Because again, people love to hear about a success story. Lloyd Craft, 43 minutes ago, as of the time of this picture, which was maybe like an hour and a half ago, Lloyd said, I listed this morning. This freaking just works. This has been an awesome day. $43 profit, as you can see the date on there, July 17th, 2016. You know, Lloyd's so excited, man. He said, this freaking just works. All right. Nicole Tracy, she says she woke up to this. She says this stuff is too easy. She posted that 16 hours ago. You can see there on the right, she actually made a sale on Amazon for $308 with a $100 profit. Now, let's just break that down. $100 profit. If you're making $10 an hour, how many hours is it going to take you to make $100? It's going to take you 10 hours. Guess how long it probably took Nicole to list this particular product? I'm just going to be conservative and say at best 15 minutes. However, knowing that I know the process, I'm going to say somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 to 7 minutes tops. And if you look at the date on there, again, it says July 17th, 2016. So I'm not showing you stuff from like umpteen years ago. I'm showing you individuals that are creating success like right now. Even more success stories. Reginald Stinson, he says, I swear, this thing sold in 5 minutes of me listing it, no exaggeration. It sold for $400. He received $449. I'm going to assume that he charged $49 for shipping, which he probably made a profit on that, in addition to the profit that was made on the item. Sandra, she says, cha-ching, I listed this item and it sold in less than 2 hours. The training works. $23.26 profit. Carmen, she says, was minding my business on Saturday morning training, and I heard a cha-ching from PayPal. Sold my first item that I found on, get this, the product research tool in the back office. So again, we have the training, we have the tools, we have the community, we have the shirt and tie guy, and many others that are here to assist you on this journey. Now, optional, and I said optional because again, you have a choice. The Infinii Rewards Plan. Do you want to introduce other individuals to Infinii and create a residual income by doing so? If you said yes, that's your choice. We get paid 4 different ways. There's 25% jumpstart bonus, meaning if you introduce somebody to Infinii, regardless of the level of membership that you have yourself personally purchased, let's just say they purchased the $400 Excel membership. That's 25% of $400. That's $100 to you, one-time bonus. Then the second way that we earn income is through milestone bonuses. As we advance through the different leadership levels by building customer groups and teams, we get a $50 bonus, $100, a $350, and a $500, all the way up to global manager. Now, the cool thing about that milestone bonus is it has a twin or flip side, if you will. It's called the check match milestone bonus, where if you refer others and they get the milestone bonus, you earn 20% of their milestone bonus. Yes, they get their whole bonus. However, you get a check match on that bonus of 20%. And then if they refer others, guess what? You get another check match bonus of 10%. Then that we earn income, you can see there to the bottom left is the Infinity. Oh man, this Infinity, all this, it's like, okay. Anyway, it's 10% that you earn on the different legs of your business to infinity. There we go, infinity. I got it. All right. And then the fourth way is the Infinity Match. So let me break this down for you. If you look right there in the middle, you see something that's called leadership level that's called Senior Director. Here's the bottom line. Help a person that you personally referred to earn $1,000 per month in residual income from the Infinity Pay. You're going to get a check match of that of 35%, 35% of $1,350. Again, this is optional. It's not anything that you have to do. Now, you may say, well, Jacques, how do I get started? Like, how do I become a part of this? You can go to jacquestmorris.com/partner. If you want to partner with Jacques T. Morris in the unit of prosperity, if you want to learn e-commerce, if you want to learn internet marketing, if you want to learn email marketing, if you want to create multiple streams of income that complement one another, then go to jacquestmorris.com/partner. But see, I like people that take action. Like, I really, really do. And you know me, I'm not going to come out here on a webinar and offer you just about anything unless I add additional value on it. So here's what we're going to do. I got some fast action bonuses for those that simply want to take action. And I understand that some of you may not want to take action. Some of you may already be on board. Some of you may say, you know what, I don't like the fact that you wear a shirt and tie. I don't like your voice. I don't like whatever. And again, that's totally cool. It's all right with me. Why? Because I feel an obligation to share this information with you in order to assist you in changing your life. So let's talk about these fast action bonuses. One, you get the free UOP marketing system. Ladies and gentlemen, I've had a number of different marketing systems over the course of my 5 years. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on different systems, tools, and resources. This UOP marketing system is phenomenal. You get it absolutely for free for being a part of our team. And like, I can't say enough good. We had a system before. However, this system here, it has so many advanced features and tools on the inside of it that literally you can leverage this free system to become an expert internet marketer. Now, we have the Facebook community. Inside of this Facebook community are multiple 6- and 7-figure income earners that are going to be teaching you, that are going to be training you, that are going to be mentoring you along this journey to reaching your goals. Now, I'll tell you, if somebody wants me to mentor them, you know, right now, for me to do that, it's $497 one time. Here in the very near future, it's going to be $997. Then after that, it's going to go up. And it's not to go up in order just to like get money from individuals. Not at all. It goes up because my time becomes more valuable. So you're going to be in a Facebook community of like-minded individuals, of 6- and 7-figure income earners, and they'll be your mentors. Now, this is where it really gets interesting. For those of you that say, you know what, Jacques, I'm on board with you. Like, I am on board with the coolest guy in Atlanta. This is what I'm going to do for the first 100 individuals that I personally sign up. And granted, you know, I'm actually coming out sharing this information publicly. However, you know, like for the last, I think 9 days or so, I've just been, you know, kind of behind the scenes a little bit, just doing like a mini pre-launch, if you will, you know, just seeing, okay, man, let me see what I can do with this. So guess what? I'm already halfway to 100. So, you know, what can I say? 50 more individuals that want to work the affiliate or the reward side of or the partner side of the program. I'm going to put you on a free traffic rotator where you'll get free signups. Yes, you'll get signups from this rotator for your business. How cool is that? Now, again, that's a $497 value. Well, actually, the value could be a whole lot more because the bottom line is if you actually sign somebody up from this rotator that I'm putting you on for free, regardless of what membership level you start with, it could be Prime, Surge, or Excel, first 100 people that get started with my team, you're going on that free traffic rotator. That person could potentially like blow your business and your customer base out the water. So the value of that could like the value of that is really, I can't even put a price on the value of that. So the next bonus, those individuals that start with Surge membership, which again is $150, and the partner fee is $995, so that would be a total of $160. I'm going to put you on what I consider to be a paid traffic rotator. Now you may say, well, Jacques, what's the difference here? Well, let me explain it to you. When you start at Surge, my jumpstart bonus is 25%, right? I'm going to take a portion of my bonus that I earn for referring you and with you starting at Surge, and I'm going to buy traffic and send it to that particular rotator, and you're going to get the leads and the signups. The leads and the signups. How many leads will you get? I don't know. How many signups will you get? I don't know. Could you get 0? It's possible, you know. However, that's what I'm going to do. Now, again, you may say, John, what's the difference between the Surge traffic rotator and the free signups rotator? On the free signups rotator, I get the leads. I get the leads first. But if the lead signs up, you get the sign up. So again, I just, you know, because I said, well, hey, what can I do that will make sense? Like if I spend a bunch of money on traffic, like I got to be building my list. Like, you know, that's just what I do. But I said, okay, well, I'll get the lead. My team member will get the sign up. Cool. That's a win-win, regardless of which membership. But Surge, again, we're going to put you on a paid traffic rotator. Okay. All right. Total value right there, $2,988 in pure value. That's over, above, and beyond what you already get as being a member of Infinii. But you know what? I said, what else could I do? Like, I'm Jacques T. Morris, Atlanta Zone. I can't stop there. So get this. Here's an exclusive bonus because I told you we've been doing e-commerce for some years. During the course of those years, I developed my own e-commerce product that has e-commerce training that you've never seen anywhere before inside of it. That's at Dropship Mogul. Now you may be saying, well, Jacques, you like, is this Dropship Mogul legit? Well, there's some testimonials that are on the sales page, but guess what? You can't even get to the sales page because I have the product locked down, like it's locked down. You can't get it. But if you could get there and you could see it, this is what the bottom of the sales page looks like. It currently sells for $297. That's just what it costs. Well, only tonight, the first 25 individuals that come on board with me tonight, you're going to get a free copy of Dropship Mogul, Jock's exclusive e-commerce training product, in addition to all the training that you're going to get inside of your Infinii membership. So what does that mean? Technically speaking, you're going to have more than enough training, information, tools, and resources at your disposal to become successful regardless of what your goals are. The only excuse that you will have, and me personally, I don't feel like it's an excuse, but the only excuse that you will have is that you simply did not want to do it. Like, I don't know what more I could do. I don't know what more I could say. However, if you want to partner with us here in Infinii, go to jacquetmorris.com/partner. Now, Q&A. So I actually got through that information a lot quicker than I anticipated. In addition to that, you know, hey, my son came, I had to run upstairs, so I was out of breath. I need to get in shape. However, at this particular time, I'm going to open it up for Q&A. Again, at any time, you can go to jacquetmorris.com/partner. I want to answer as many questions as you have. And granted, I'll be the first one to tell you, before I even start answering questions, I don't know everything. I'm not going to ever profess to know everything. The reason being is because I will always be a student and I will always be progressive. That is my mindset. That is my goal. That is my desire. So before you even ask the questions, let me just ask this question, and go ahead and type it into the chat box for me. Did you get value from the information that I shared with you on this particular live workshop? Did you get value? If you got value, I want you to type in value for me, because what can I say? Like, if I'm not delivering value, then I need to go back and restructure things. So if you got value, I want you to type in value for me, because again, I just want to know, like, man, did Jock deliver the value? Like, hey, did you see, like, what's going on? All right, so I see value. I see value. Very good. Excellent. Value, bud. Okay, cool. I appreciate that. Value, bud. Value, bud. All right, cool. All right. Okay, cool. Again, that should be jacquetmorris.com/partner. Looks like somebody said that, hold on. Let me check something. Let me just make sure that it's working, because sometimes in my haste, I will not do something correctly. So actually, type my name in lowercase. I don't know why I typed it in like that. I guess I must have thought I was signing my name on a document or something. JacquetMorris.com, P-A-R-T-N, wait, partner, P-A-R-T-N-E-R. JacquetMorris.com/partner. Let's see. I just want to make sure that this is working. Okay, so yes, it is working, because when you go to that link, it's going to say, congratulations, you're one step closer to joining our team. Then it's going to say, step 1, join Infinii, partner with us. Then it's going to say, referred by Jacques T. Morris. So cool. All right. Okay. Okay, cool. Yes, Roberta, actually message me on that, and I'll tell you exactly how to get that taken care of. Okay, cool. All right. With the paid rotator, okay, that's an excellent question. With the paid rotator, who gets the lead? So for those individuals that get started at Surge, you're going to get the lead. I'm not going to get the lead. I'm just using a portion of my Surge bonus, and I'm saying, hey, I'm going to put this back into those individuals, on my team that get started with Surge, because the bottom line is this. I want to do everything that I can to help you to succeed, to create leverage in your business, to give you a springboard so that way you're off to a fast start. Because like last month, in my business, and again, I'm not going to give the exact figures, but let me just say that I did well over 5 figures. Only 8% of that, eight, like 0.8, like less than 10, only 8% of that was from team building. So over the past 12 months, I really hadn't been doing too much team building or anything like that because I really wasn't passionate about anything. Like I can make money with just about anything because like I just know how to make money. But when I'm passionate about something, that like, oh my goodness, it's on a totally different level now. So I'm beyond excited. I'm beyond excited. I am back passionate. And, because of the progress and the success that I've had over the past couple of years, I'm in a better position to assist those that are on my team. And I didn't even put it on the slides. However, the training and some of the things that I'm going to be teaching you, like some of the things I've already taught just in a matter of like 9 days, because we like literally just got started like 9 days ago. But some of the things that I'm going to be teaching, some of the things that the community is going to be teaching, that you're going to like, you don't understand the value that is getting ready to be placed right in front of you. And all you got to do is just stay focused and stay consistent and take massive action. Okay, cool. So yeah, paid rotator, boom, you get the lead. All right, we'll be showing you how to use more buy buttons. More buy buttons, hey, I kind of look at it this way. The more products you have available on the different platforms, the more buy buttons you have available. However, we'll take things a step beyond that. However, we'll take things a step beyond that to establish even more branded buy buttons, because here's something you may not think about. Any of you, and I mean absolutely any of you, like, here's a golden tip, and this is why I always tell people to stay to the end, because once I get to the end and I'm finished sharing the information, other things flow through my mind, and then I just like let those filter over to you. So I want you to understand this. Even if you didn't get started, even if you went out, try to figure this stuff all out on your own, here's what you could do, because this question prompted this. You could go research anything, write a 10-page ebook, and make it available on just about any e-commerce platform and sell it for $2.99, $4.99, $5.99 all day long. Just something for you to think about and create more buy buttons. Okay? Message me on Facebook at Jacques T. Morris. That's my name on Facebook. Yeah, just message me on Facebook at Jacques T period Morris. Okay. Okay. I tell you what, you know what, Barbara, I'm going to take it that you must be on a phone. So just hold up, and I know you're actually West Coast, so you're a few hours behind me in time. We'll just speak on the phone. I'll get on the phone with you, and we'll get that worked out, okay? Okay, so excellent question. What is the difference between Partner and Partner Plus? Partner Plus is a marketing system. However, with the UOP, you're going to get the marketing system for free. So only get the partner if you want to participate in the rewards program and you want to allow me to help you to build a team. Allow me to help you to build a list. Allow me to help you to create residual income. Allow me to help you to create multiple six-figure incomes. Okay. Cool. All right. Excellent. So when am I planning to start the rotator? The paid rotator for the Surge members, that's going to be here toward the beginning of August, because initially I limited the number, but then I said, well, you know what? Since we're just at the middle of July, I'll just run that particular promotion for Surge members until the end of July, and then there at the beginning of August, then that's when I'm going to buy the paid traffic, send it to your links, and trust me, like I said, it's going to be cool. Plus, that's going to give everybody time to get their UOP system set up, autoresponder, et cetera, because leads are one thing, but then when you learn how to monetize the leads to thousands of dollars of additional income each month, you're on another level because you're creating even more leverage. All right, so yes, Partner Plus is $19.95. You don't need Partner Plus because we're giving you a free marketing system. Okay, cool. All right, any other questions? Who else has questions? Go ahead and put your questions in the chat. And, for those that are, hey, let's just say you're on the fence. You're OTF. You are on the fence. You're like, yeah, I want to do this, but I don't know, Again, hey, I'll say this. dip your toe in the water. Like if you're really hesitant, afraid or whatever, dip your toe in the water, because what's going to happen is um, we're going to add you, once you get started, we're going to add you to our Facebook community, and it is one of the most vibrant Facebook communities that you've ever been a part of. People are consistently being welcomed into the group. People are making e-commerce sales. They're sharing that particular success, and the group is growing. Now, at this current time, the group probably is like a little bit more than 400 individuals. Well, that's going to double, that's going to triple, it's going to quadruple, and you're going to remember me sharing this information with you. And you're going to be like, man, and what can I say? Or better yet, they say that lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place. Well, let me just tell you, it's striking very, very close. So if I've learned nothing else over the past few years, is to take advantage of an opportunity that is right in front of you. So you can go to jacquestmorris.com/partner. All right, Peter said the Facebook group is blowing up. Yes, Marcelino, yes, 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 you did join yesterday, and congratulations to you, my friend. You joined that surge, and you do qualify to be on that paid traffic rotator. All right, cool. So again, I just want to make sure that, everybody understands the information that I actually shared with you. So congratulations, Evelyn. Congratulations. So again, I hope you understand the information that I've actually shared with you, that you take away value, and that you actually take action. Yeah, that's the biggest thing, take action. But anyway, let's see here. I need to pull up a timer because got like 5 more minutes. So let's see here. If I let me see, because I'm not the most savvy person on this computer. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let me see here. Okay, all right, let me pull up this. Okay, cool, 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 cool. All right, so, all right, let's Google, let's get us a timer here. And online timer. Okay, nah, we're not gonna do a bomb. I don't want to do any bombs. All right, too much stuff going on in the world as it is. All right, stop. Okay, stop. What is this? Okay. All right, so start. There we go. So got 5 more minutes that I will be here. Thank you, Jacques. You are awesome and generous. I definitely appreciate it. Okay. I'm excited. Nice UOP dashboard. Excellent. Again, ladies and gentlemen, once the clock hits 5 minutes, then I will be over and out. The shirt and tie guy. He will get out of his uniform. Nah. And yeah, for those that may be wondering, like why shirt and tie guy? Because ever since I was younger, my dad, by the way that he dressed, essentially, conditioned me and groomed me to dress for success. So I always liked dressing, and again, it was just something that I naturally already did, and I was already doing. But now the cool thing was when I learned about this branding stuff, I was like, well, I don't want to just be the stay-at-home dad or the internet marketing guy or anything like that. I was like, no, I'm the shirt and tie guy. And the cool thing about it, like the coolest thing about it is that some people have to wear a shirt and tie on their jobs. I wear one in my business when I'm at home because that's what I want to do. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love being an entrepreneur. Okay, all right. So you're doing eBay Australia. What level should you start at? Again, if you're just you know, it, here's what I recommend. And again, this is just totally going to be a recommendation. This is like a high pressure sales pitch. I recommend that everybody starts at Surge. That's what I recommend. However, I understand because, as I showed you on the slides, when I was a negative $28, like I didn't have 150 to start at Surge, but you best believe I could go somewhere and find 150. So with that said, I would recommend Surge because you get everything that's at Prime. You get all the tools, and you also get access. Let's see here. We have let me see if I can find it for you real quick. Where is it at? Okay. For those at Surge, there's also an additional UOP Surge Profits Boot Camp that started tonight, and it's going to be every Sunday night for the next few weeks for those individuals that are at Surge. So that's even more training that you're going to receive. So Again, I would highly recommend Surge, regardless of where you're located in the world. However, if you have to dip your toe in the water, I get it. I totally understand. Then start at Prime. The cool thing about this particular program is, let's say that you start at Prime, but then, let's say you knock off a few eBay sales, and then you're like, man, I want to get to Surge. Well, instead of taking that money and going out buying, a new outfit, or taking the family out to eat, to celebrate or anything like that, reinvest it back into your business, take, well, at least $100, and just go in the back office over to the right-hand side of the screen and click the up. Well, better yet, why tell you what to do when I can show you what to do? Okay, so all right, you come here to Infinii. You'll log into your back office, and all right, let me go here. And what you do when you want to upgrade, let's just say you started at Prime, you would come in here, you would click this drop down arrow right here. And again, I recommend that everybody be an active partner. That's $9.95 a month. But you click right here. See, my current product level is Surge. You can upgrade here. So you click there, and then you just pay the difference in price if you want to go from Prime to Surge. So we got like I got about a minute or so left, and looks like I'm getting some more questions. Let me pull my, PowerPoint back up. tmorris.com/partner. So if you're on a mobile device, it may say not available. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me do a couple things here. All right. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. Okay. So I'm actually sending you the link. All right, partner. That's one link. So, oh man, okay. I was supposed to send that to everybody. Let me do this. All right, so when you go to jacquestimorris.com/partner, the page is going to look like this. Okay, so some of you are saying like you can't see that video, or something is going on. So let me take you to the next page, which is here, and let me do this. Okay, all right, now I'm going to send that. So if you're on a mobile device, go ahead and use that particular link right there. That'll take you straight to the sales page. And then the other link, jacquestimorris.com/. That's too small on the screen. I can't hardly see that, partner. Okay, send to all. Okay, cool. So let me look at this last question here, because, yep, my 5 minutes are up. The last question, it says, okay, okay. All right, okay, cool. Okay, all right, very well. Definitely will put you on that list, Christian, for the Surge, my friend. Okay. Okay, so these are fast action bonuses. These are fast action bonuses. So let me just, okay, for the first 25 individuals tonight, you get dropshipmogul.com. And again, this, like, I'm giving away a lot of money, but, well, no, I'm giving away a lot of value. I'm not even going to think in terms of money, because money becomes of the essence when you deliver the value. Okay, cool. So, got a question, said, how long will these bonuses be available? So once I reach 100 personal active members, which I'm already halfway there, then the free traffic rotator goes away. The Surge traffic rotator, individuals have to the end of the month to actually take advantage of that. And then, you get the UOP marketing system, as well as being a part of our Facebook community. So, those are available indefinitely. Will I continue to do the Surge traffic rotator for those that sign up at Surge next month? I don't know. I may. You just never know, but I'm going to do it this time, and again, see how everything goes, and try to provide even more value, because I could go out here and sponsor, enroll, do paid traffic, and all these other things, but the cool thing is when you build a team, to be able to transfer just a portion of my skill sets to any of my team members, that's going to create even more leverage. It creates leverage for them. It creates leverage for me. It creates leverage for their future team, for your future team members that may come on board. Cool. So that looks like that's about it. If somebody has one last question, Okay, well, hey, congratulations. Hey, you already have Dropship Mobile. Congratulations on that. And actually, I'm going to be relaunching that, but that's a couple months down the road because I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the e-commerce training, in addition to the training that's here available at Infinii that I have access to, I feel like an e-commerce university. So now it's time for me to stop being a student and start being the whatever you want to call it. Okay. All right. So that looks like that's it. I think I'm overtime. Yep, I went 3 minutes overtime. So I gave you overtime tonight. Cool. All right. So for anybody, because man, it looks like about 80% of our audience is still here. And maybe some people got caught up watching Empire tonight. I don't know what they were doing. But nevertheless, it's totally cool. Um, hey, P, just contact me, and I'm sure we can work something out. I'm sure we can work something out. All right, so that's all that I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to say thank you, for actually showing up and, just let you know with all sincerity that we are here to help you out. Like literally, we are here to help you out. So with that said, want everybody to have a wonderful day. Hey, let's get started. If you got questions that you didn't get addressed here, just send it to me on Facebook. And there were a couple people that had some questions that said, hey, contact me directly. But whatever you got to do to position yourself for a better tomorrow and a better future, just do what you need to do to make that happen. Because here, with what we're doing, especially from the affiliate side and even with the e-commerce side, there is such a green field of opportunity right in front of everyone. However, the individuals that are going to benefit the most from it are those that take immediate action, those that take consistent action, and those that take massive action. So yes, any questions, again, just send it to me on Facebook. I'm going to hop off. I appreciate your time, your due diligence. And again, if you didn't catch my name in the beginning, I said it many, many times, but I'm Jacques T. Morris, Atlanta Zone, shirt and tie guy, and I'll see you next time.